Okay, this is a video to show you how to find XY coordinate location for features of parts that you measure, or how to find the relationship between the features and a datum point on your part. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the edge detector on this. I'll go here, and typically you would teach the edge detector before you start measurements. This is a simulator, so it went pretty quick, but it take a little bit longer on your machine. So we'll drag out our part, and on this part here we're going to take a radius, some other hole features, a straight line, and we're going to look at the relationship between these and using this as a datum point or cross line to find out where these holes are in relation to that. So what I'll do is first I'll probe this line here. Now I'm going to take a few points depending on your tolerances and accuracy that you're looking for. You may want to take more or less points. Done. So if I look at that line now, well, I got a nice, that's my stage position. Let me click on the line here. Okay, so I have 89 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skew this electronically so in the readout it's perfect 90 degrees. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll select the datum features here, which has the skew. I'll select skew, select the line, I'll say done. Now it's a perfect 90 degrees. I can use this as a reference point. I'll go back to my part, and then I'm going to select this main feature which I'm concerned about. I'm going to have everything related to that. I'll click radius, I'll measure this part, okay, and then I'm going to measure a couple of smaller circles. I'll do multiple circles here. This way it knows that I'm going to measure another circle after I complete one. Now again, I'm only going to take 4 points on these, but you could take more if you're looking for a little more accuracy. I'll say done again, which will exit me from the multiple circles that I selected before. Then I go up here, take a look at my part. I have this feature and then some small circles and a line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this datum point and I'm going to put it right in the center of this, because this is where I want to base everything off of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select datum point, I'll select this radius, I'll say done. Moves my datum point right to here, which becomes 0, 0 for X and Y. So now any other of these features I click on, it gives me the diameter of it, but it also gives me an XY coordinate in relation to this. So now just by looking at this, I can see the distance it is from here in X, the distance it is in Y, and the diameter. Any feature I click on shows the same thing. This is to the left of the center, so it's going to be a negative value. This is perfect 90. If I wanted to, I could construct a line between two other points. I could construct a line, for example, here. Say done. And then I could skew on this line. Now this becomes 0, and I can use that as a reference point to measure everything from. But that might not be what you're looking for. In the event you don't have a straight line that you could skew on, you could skew between two features of parts, which might come in handy. Let's delete that. Let's go back to this as my skew. Okay, put this back over here for a datum point. Okay, let's see. Let's see, got a skew datum. Ended up with 2 datum points that I don't really want. Gets confusing, so I deleted the second one I created. Alright, so now again, click on any feature, you get the XY coordinates and a diameter. If you want to construct lines from a feature, you can also do that. What you would do is go down here, say line, and then select this object here, and it brings you into the coordinate system, angles, XY locations, and length. So if I create a line, say I want to create a line straight up and down through that radius on the part, that main radius I'm using as a center line, I can actually create a line there by using this feature. So what I'll do is I'll make this 90 degrees, and then in the Y direction I'll go, let's see, 0.1, and the length I'll make that 0.2. Done. Okay, it's a line, it's in the center, but it's not where I wanted it, so let's delete that, and I'll go back here and try to figure what I did wrong. So in the Y direction, let's see, 0.1, 0.2, let's do negative. This is where I messed up. So this should be negative 0.2. Now we're going to start above the center and go below the center. That's more like it. So now I have a center line. I could do the same thing and create a horizontal center line by constructing another line. When you go back to this, everything is just as you left it before. So what I would do is I would make this angle 0 now. I would make the length, keep the length the same, only instead of the Y direction I'm going to put the 0.1 in the X direction. I'll make the Y 0, and let's take a look at that. And I got a nice line this way. Of course, I made this a lot bigger than the rest of my features, so it kind of shrunk everything down, which is hard to see. I can zoom into it. I should have made those lines a little shorter, but now I can see I still have my circles, and we can test this out by clicking this circle and seeing that the X location is 0092. Then I can also ask for a distance from this line to this circle. Done. And it's 0092. So either way, if you need to construct a line, you can use that technique to construct a line. You can construct a circle by clicking the circle feature, and you'll get a different set of coordinate values up here. And experiment with it a little bit. If you create a line and then you look at it and it's not where you want it or how you want it, just click delete and go back in. Everything will be the same. Just change the values that you got wrong, like I did in the beginning. I had 2 positive values, so I had a line, but it was above the center of where I wanted it to be. I had to make it a negative value and a positive value. So take a look at that and see if that helps you with what you're looking for. Thank you.